Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. Aloha. Hello, my beautiful sisters. We got Haley in the house already. Oops, I forgot to hit go already. Hit play over there on TikTok. We got Miss Haley in the house. We got Kelly Jones in the house. We got Gina in the house. Welcome, 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 my beautiful sisters. Welcome to the Morning Brew. It is such a blessing and honor to have you guys here. I needed this morning too. You guys are my daily dose of sunshine. My daily dose of sunshine. I am so excited this morning, you guys. I woke up just, I don't know if y'all can tell. I don't know if you can see it. Grand Rising, my beautiful sister, Mary Jo in the house. Hello, sister. Thank you for being here. Blessings to you. Love and light. Oh, how divine that you're here too. I love it because I'm so excited, you guys. I did a thing. I did this thing. And I woke up this morning and I'm just beaming. I am absolutely just, I'm ecstatic with joy. I'm literally ecstatic with joy. So, over the weekend, if you guys recall, and if you were around, I shared with you guys, right? Spirit said, let's spend some time together. Spend that time in gratitude. That was our homework on Friday, was really spending time with Spirit and not just sending the gratitude, but really being in the gratitude. So for me, this is what that looked like this weekend, and these were the results, which is just, again, I'm just beaming. So little backstory, just small, quickly, because I know we have a short time and we got a lot to cover because we're getting into the root chakra today, which I'm super excited about. But this all is in alignment with it, which is so perfect. So back in 2019, before things got a little wonky in the world, I was getting ready to open my Reiki practice local in town, open up a shop for looking for a space for myself. And I had in mind exactly what I'm looking for. I had criteria, right? I set the intentions of what that was I was looking for. And I began to look and nothing fit. Like there were certain spots that were kind of like, I could make it work, but nothing was like just a flow into perfect divine fit. And then, of course, all of the wonkiness happened in the world. So, of course, Spirit, right? It wasn't the right timing, being in alignment with everything. So this weekend, I took Spirit's advice and I took Spirit on a date. Like, let's do this, Spirit. Let's go on a date. What do you want to do today? What would you like to do? So now, mind you, around this area, we have smoke like crazy right now. And I really do have some stuff, but I use my oils and my things to assist my body to get through that stuff. So Spirit was like, let's go to the Saturday market. I'm like, well, it's kind of smoky out. And honestly, I wanted to drag my heels, but then I was like, nope, Jamaica, there's a reason. Let's go spend the day with Spirit at the Saturday market, right? Let's do this. So, needless to say, when I get there, I'm guided to go park in a different location than I ever normally park. Okay, Spirit, let's do it. Let's go park over there. So I park in this other location. First thing out the gate, I see a sign in a window in an all organic spa in town, right in the area that I want to be in, exact area I want to be in, that has all the services that I wanted to connect with, everything that was in alignment with my vision. And I'm walking by and there's a giant sign in the window for rent, this space. And I'm like, and I've been kind of considering it again, but I haven't really committed to jumping back into the shop. But I'm like, well, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to go to the Saturday market and I'll see what happens. I'll come back, got my attention. I'll see. So I walked through the Saturday market and we have a little crafters section. Well, one of the things that's on my list of wanting to do and learn, because I'm all about learning. I love doing jewelry, as you guys know. I do jewelry. That's what I do. I've been wanting to learn how to weld and how to do more with metals, how to melt down and create and form with metals, right? Alchemy. It's just interesting. Comes back to the place where I'm going to. But anyway, I've been wanting to learn the alchemy of metals. And there is a gentleman that has a sign up at the Saturday market looking for crafters to trade, looking for somebody to pass this on. He's been doing this type of craft for 40 years. and started as a hobby for him. And he makes the most beautiful jewelry, belt buckles, bracelets, bangles, things like that. He's looking for somebody just to train. He wants somebody to pass on that craft. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. So, okay, I get his card. I'm like, this is awesome, Spirit. This is like so perfect. You know, here's the sign up here, and I'm thinking about that. And I got this going on. So I got his card. Long story short, story long, long story short. I walk back, put my strawberries, because I had some strawberries. So I put them back in my car. Now this makes me walk past that sign again. And this time I hear very clearly, call right now. Call right now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. So I follow through. I make the call. There's no message. I leave a message, get back to me. Okay, there you go, Spirit. If it's meant to be, it's going to be. If it's meant to be, I walked away. I proceeded to check out shops downtown. Found another beautiful shop who would like to have some of my jewelry in it as well. Amazing lady, connected with her. And then yesterday I get the phone call that I've been waiting for. And I went and met with the person, and it's absolutely the most divine space for me to be in. It's right downtown Grants Pass. It's just a perfect little spot. So I did a thing. I'm going to be starting September 1st. I'm going to be opening my space. I'm going to be having a space where I can do my Reiki. I can do my teachings. I can, have my jewelry. I can talk about the oils all across the board. Can do everything. So I'm super excited. So see what happens when we do the homework, you guys. How'd it go for you guys? Anybody else got anything exciting happen? I hope, I don't know if I just got a little thing from Facebook. So are you guys still around? Can you hear me still? Thank you so much for the gifts over there. Thank you, TikTok. Yes, okay, you can still hear me. Thank you for telling me, sister, right? I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you guys the space. It is so awesome. There we go. Now I got, all of a sudden, a bunch of comments came all at once. So I'm going to guess we definitely got a lag. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm super excited. So let's get moving, because we do have a lot to cover, and I'm super excited about this Masters of Energy series, right? Really digging into our energy systems, how our energies flow. Let me pull up really quick so we talked about last Monday, right? We're getting into the chakras. Today is the root chakra. We're going to talk about our root chakra. And I think I can do this. Hang on. I think I can. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we talked about last Monday how our energies flow, where it starts, right? So our root chakra is our very base. It's the first chakra, right? And the way our energy flows is it comes up through the bottom of us, comes up this way and moves just like we see in the video here, right? Our energies move up and through. They kind of weave. It kind of sews us together through those wheels. Our chakras is the wheels, right? And the energy is moving through these wheels, coming up, starting at our root chakra. That is the base, the very base, right at your tailbone. Boom, right where everything starts. So this is the symbol. It's a red lotus flower with 4 petals. Okay. Has a circle. Notice the circle has a square. It has a triangle. Okay. The color red. Positive affirmations for it is I am safe, I am home, I am centered, I am ground. I am. This is the I am. So when we're putting verbal, I am, okay? I am, I am, I am. And 10-second lag. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you. Thank you guys for the follow. Okay. Pulling up my, I'm making, all right, so let's talk about the root chakra, what it represents, what this looks like when it's balanced, unbalanced, and why this is important. Why are these energies really so important? We hear the base, like we kind of know, okay, the root. Let me pull up my little notes here. Okay, so the first 3 chakras are our lowest energy, the most dense energy, right? So they're the most connected to our physical body, the first 3, especially starting in the root, okay? The root is the first of the energies, and it's the starting point for our development. It's vital life force energy, and it begins at conception. Okay, so this is our very first energy period created. And it continues with life force, dividing our cells. Okay, this is the force that divides those cells during the embryogenesis. Okay, during that embryo taking form, becoming this little being. Okay, this is where the spark's at. The spinal column begins to develop and form at the bottom in the root chakra, moving upward towards our crown. So just like where we've seen how our energy is coming up, right? So all the energy that flows through us always starts right here at this root. This is our place of instinct. This is the instinctual. This is the most instinctual of all the chakras. It is our survival center, and it is literally connected to our primal energy. This is connected to survival. This is where the fight, the flight, the freeze response is all initiated right here, okay? This is the chakra that controls our animal nature. It's governed by predominant survival, sense of smell, then taste. This is very primitive sensing of the word that a newborn infant engages in, commonly called rooting. So mamas out there, I know, right? If you're a mama bear, you know about this, babies, how they root, right? As the baby, through its mouth and senses of smell, turns his or her head, they're rooting, okay? Rooting around, sensing their way to food. Basic instinct right there, root chakra, boom, okay? Over time, if this primal survival need is met, the infant will move directly to the object without even searching, just instinctively, boom, knows exactly how to get to the food. Right there, right? Then if the infant is found, the first primal affirmation, I can spit that out, that he or she does belong in this world and that survival will be supported. Okay, so that's why it's so important, right? When first, as soon as we come out, the first thing, do I belong here? Can I be nourished here? Will I be nourished? The first thing, our first root instinct, okay? This is the chakra of stability, security, our basic needs. It's compromised of whatever grounds you to stability in your life. This includes the basic needs such as food, water, shelter, safety, as well as our emotional needs and our inner connection of being fearless. When these needs are met, you feel grounded and safe. And the most important chakra is this. This is our fundamental. This is the basis. This is the foundation, right? This is why we got to start here and really examine where we're at with this. This is associated with the physical body that includes our adrenal glands, our colon, our kidneys, our skeleton, and our bones, our muscles, our blood flow through the left chamber of our heart, carrying oxygen, nutrients to our bodies and our tissue. Okay, so this is how this energy field fuels our body, nourishes us, right? This is psychologically connected to our spiritual nature. It helps us develop our own personal integrity. This is the space where our self-esteem and our sense of belonging come from, okay? When we feel grounded and connected, when we're balanced, this helps us to feel grounded and connected to the earth. It gives us a place for our life to take root and the flow of the energies to propel us forward in our journeys. When these are stuck, stagnant, imbalanced, or blocked, our vital or zest for life can become compromised. Our sense of belonging in the world is threatened in some way, or if we experience some form of trauma, leaving us with a sense of insecurity. Okay, then we get unbalanced with this. It can leave us feeling restless, and experience a lack of energy, which can be expressed in anxiety, worry, panic, depression, frustration, resentment, anger, rage, having no interest in the world or in our own survival. We may also experience symptoms of being threatened, chronically feeling as if we don't fit in, we don't belong. We experience insecurity, we experience low self esteem, we have poor focus, disorganized, negative thinking about life, and narrow thinking. These are all clues, clues that things could be out of balance down there. Our root, we could focus on that, okay? When it is balanced, we can flow freely. It helps us increase the sense of belonging. We're feeling secure in our actions and our choices, and we have the ability to hold and increase our sense of worth. Mentally, we improve our concentration, our persistence. We become clearer in our thinking. We become clear in our ability to set goals, something we talked about on here, right? Our ability to prioritize, right? And our emotions, our passion, our love, our excitement, our determination, all comes from this chakra, okay? Um, This is the chakra that allows us to harness the energy of courage, resourcefulness, uh, the will to live during the challenging times. It helps us to connect with the spiritual energy of our ancestors and our ancestors' challenges and triumphs. Guys, we know even scientifically we carry 6 generations they know of ancestral memory in our cells. This is the space that is held in, okay? Um, since it carries our ancestry memories, basically everybody is going to experience some form of imbalance in that root chakra. That's why it's important, and we're being woke up and we are learning our energy systems so that we can start to clean this stuff up, because we hold that power too. We do. We get to change this stuff around when we learn how to bring it into balance. Okay. War, famine, natural disaster, and any events that threaten our basic survival are all recorded within the energy of the root chakra. These memories are imprinted in the subtle body and are passed down from generation to generation, creating unconscious generational patterns. It is our work to take this responsibility on in our own lives and bring the light in which will shift this, okay, to change these patterns. The karma of past lives, current life karma seeds also rest in this energy field. The seeds that were planted lay dormant or latent, but when the conditions are met, the seeds and energy will manifest, represent in many forms, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, physically, and spiritually. So this is where we've been storing all that stuff that we get to do. The shadow work. Intent. Shadow work. Yeah. In the roots. We got to get to the source. We got to go down to the source, guys. Okay. For every thought, intention, or act we perform or have performed, a seed is sown in the root chakra and will sooner or later rise into the light in each lifetime. So, guys, not only are we working through this for this lifetime, right? But our energies, we never die. We know that. We know that. We're continuing forward. So, again, as we get to know this, we're planting those seeds for, our future, right? So important. Sorry, guys, I can't see all the comments over here because I got my notes up here because my printer wasn't working. So that's where my notes are ending there, though, for today, because we're getting in, and I know we're on a short time, right? But this is why it's so important for us to really start to get into learning our energy systems, understanding how we're functioning, why, how, right? It's our basic place of survival, which, so for, I can use me for an example. So we know through our parents, not only our parents, but our grandparents and our grandparents. So we're carrying that generational, but we could just go right to our moms even. We don't even have to go back into the look at the cellular beyond. Just look at what was happening in your mother's life during the time that she got pregnant with you, during conception, from the very start, from the very beginning? You know, what was that emotion backing that creation of being? The cool thing when we start to look at this, like, right, what we talked about is because we're looking for these patterns. When we start to recognize that some of these things, that these insecurities, these things that are imprinted in there, these imbalances that are there, why, yes, they may belong to us in this lifetime because we picked up that pattern, but we can go back and kind of look at, where did that come from? Right? How were they doing? So for me, my family, my mom and dad were young. My mom was a teenage. My mom was 17 when she had me. My dad was 20. They were babies. They got married because, that's what you were supposed to do, but they were madly in love. They really were in love, but they weren't secure. They didn't have financial security. They didn't have a home of their own. They were living with parents, like, right, I grew up when I was young in grandparents' houses a lot because they were just kids themselves trying to get their footing in life. So my sense of belonging in this place, space, and time was not, um, I was out of balance. I was very out of balance for a lot of years. I didn't understand that, right? I didn't understand these behaviors, right? Um, but it took me coming in and understanding looking at these patterns and going, oh, oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. Well, okay, they were doing this and this and this and that, right? So it's important for us to go back and look at our roots. Look at these roots. Look at where you're at. Yes, and I was a teenage mom too. I was 15, you guys, when I had my oldest boy. He's 30 now. I was 15 when I had him. I turned 16 right after. So I mean, really, I was 16. I literally within a few weeks, but like that, a few weeks makes much of a difference. I was a baby too. Again, pattern. You see a pattern that I was carrying on because I was totally unaware. I mean, I was unaware of really how much of it was embedded in me and not understanding my system. And right, that to me, that was actually something that helped me think I was going to feel more secure in the world, which it didn't. It created more anxiety within me because then all I wanted to do was make him feel secure, right? Which created this overbalance for me, which is on here. It talks about, right, this overbalance of security, which led me to a fear, right? So then I was in fear of security, of having a secure home life for my kids. So what that created in me, it looked like, was staying in a very toxic relationship for 20 years where I was unhappy, but thinking that I was creating security for my children because it was something I didn't have. So I was creating the facade on the outside of something I thought, but really energy. Now that I know energy, right? Now that I know, you can't trick energy. You can create it on the outside, the facade, right? Totally. But you can't trick the energy. You got to go in and do the work. You got to go in and check it out and see the patterns to understand how to make the shifts. Go ahead, baby. You can get up there. Go ahead. What's going on? Who's up there? Go ahead. Whoever's there, share with Snoopy, please. Somebody's not letting Snoopy on the couch. That's interesting. Go ahead. Go on. Go. This is very interesting. Go on, Snoop. You can do it. That's really interesting. Okay, guys. So, dun, 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 dun. As you see up here on the screen, this is just another little, and I'm going to post this over on the Facebook so you guys can come back and take a look. TikTok, if you're watching on TikTok, come over to Facebook. Earth Angels Heaven Sense, the same handle. Check it out. I will post it on the page there so you can take a look at the symptoms, okay? So some of the symptoms of it being underactive is disconnected from our body, fearful or anxiety, can't settle down, poor focus, poor discipline, financial difficulties, and chronic disorganization. Overactive, obesity, overeating, sluggish, fear of change, addiction to security, material fixation, rigid boundaries. So when we come into balance, okay, and I want to share this too. Unbalance may stem from birth trauma, abandonment, unstable home, parent survival fears. So our parents passing down their own fears onto us, right? And poor bonding with mother. That one I really wanted to touch on too. Again, how important this is. I'm a big believer in birthing time being such um a sacred time. It's just so sacred and so important for mom and child, and mom and dad and child, and, all three if possible, which I think is really beautiful because we're coming into the age where people are understanding that. Okay, people are really understanding how precious that is. Hospitals are even getting more on board with letting dads in and that. But it's a very sacred, precious time that is important for us coming into this world. It's an important part of our human experience on both ends, being the mom, the dad, or the child, and in that situation. So I just want to touch on that. Very, very important. Society tells us we have to go, 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 go. Even our, mothers, we don't even get time to stop. And in this society today, a lot of mothers are being forced to back into the workforce, back into this, back into that. We have put so many labels on ourselves to feel accomplished out here. Again, part of why it's so important to really understand our energy, because our life purpose is to be here and experience this stuff. This is the good stuff, right? This is what we're here to do, not that other junk. Yoga is a huge one. Yes, Haley. Yes, yes, yes. Yoga. Okay, so we're gonna get this week because we're already at 9 o'clock. So I know I got to get moving. And this is the point: is we have such a limited time on our morning brew to talk about these things. But we're gonna get it. That's why we're doing an 8-week series. That's why we're literally going to stay in the root chakra all week. We're going to hang out here in this root chakra. I challenge you guys to do that this week. Hang out in your root chakra. Get to know your root chakra. Start looking at some of the patterns in your life and be like, look at these imbalances that are listed. Are some of these, do they resonate with you? Physically, do you physically have pain in any of those areas that we talked about? Do you have physical issues in those areas we talked about? With doing Reiki, you guys, I tell you, I promise you, I have clients I see all the time, and I prefer them not to tell me what is happening with them before I do a session, because it really brings them into the realization of the energy systems and how they can be read and how they're associated, because I'm able to say, hey, this area of your body was calling for more energy. This area is calling for more energy. This calls for more energy. Somehow it's always in alignment with what's physically happening within them. And I won't, so our unseen is creating the seen, right? So use these as clues this week. Really dive in to your roots. Okay, dive into these roots. We're going to talk about yoga poses. We're going to talk about essential oils that we can use. We're going to talk about foods that we can use. I'm having eggs for breakfast today. Hint, hint, root chakra food. Just saying. One little hint. So stay tuned. Be here every day. Make sure you like, follow, invite your friends, and that we're here checking this out. Okay. Let's see here. We've got my beautiful sister, Miss Karen, in the house. Good morning. My toes are digging into the earth and hanging out in the root chakra. That's right. See, that's a great way to do it. Get those feet in there. 8:30 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday. We're going to be here. And like I said, this is an 8-week series. We're in week 2. So we're starting at the root. Last week, we got into what the chakras are, how they kind of work, some of the tools we're going to talk about, why these tools work. So you can go back over at Earth Angels Heaven Sent if you weren't here last week. Rewatch those episodes, check them out, like, share, follow, tag your friends, let people know. This is information, guys, that is priceless in my opinion. For me, this is the stuff that saved my booty. I, honest to my core, promise you guys, I don't believe I would still be sitting here with you today had I not picked up the gauntlet and said, you know what, it's time for me to figure this out. This is I gotta know this, because I was looking to outside people to try to tell me what was happening here. And guess what? Nobody could get it. Nobody could figure me out. Nobody knows me like me. Nobody. So just saying. All right, time to move on. Dun, 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 dun. This is the space, place, and time where we nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. We've been focusing on our body, our chakra. We're going to move into the mind section. Today, you guys, we also focus on the spiritual laws of prosperity, which are tithing, forgiveness, life purpose, and goals. Okay? Today being Monday, we're talking about tithing, which is absolutely perfectly divine, talking about tithing today, because tithing literally means 10%. And to me, my belief of tithing is our ability to gift back to spirit in an understanding that we are 100%, that the great spirit is our source, and that everything that comes to us really literally is coming through us. We're the conduits. We get to be the conduits, right? And by paying forward 10%, where we're being nourished, where we're spiritually being nourished, that's the biggie when we look at tithing. It's gifting back to where you're being nourished. And in doing that, it's planting those seeds. It's just like we're talking about in the root chakra. When we're doing tithing, you are planting seeds to harvest, to reap a harvest. And it's just the way the spiritual laws work. It's not like, oh, you're getting rewarded because you did this. It's because you planted the seeds, and this is how the universal energy grows the seeds we plant. It's scientifically law, right? It's just like gravity. It's the law, it's spiritual laws. So when we talk about tithing, a garden is the best. I love using the illustration of the garden as explanation of where we're being nourished as well, right? So mind, body, spirit. Garden is a place that nourishes you. You can go out to the garden, pluck a cucumber, slice that baby open, and how many seeds are in one cucumber? Anybody? Right? Oh, hi, thank you. You're amazing. There's so many, right? I don't even know if you could count how many are in a cucumber. Kelly, I just seen your post. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'll come back to that. Wow. Holy cow. Talk about planting seeds and getting multiples. Kelly found out she's got some brothers and sisters. Okay. So the cucumber. You plant the one seed, right? You harvest a cucumber. How many seeds did you get back from that one? Now, not only in one cucumber, how many seeds are in one cucumber, right? But how many that one seed, you plant one seed and you get a plant that grows, and then the plant grows how many cucumbers on the plant, and then how many seeds are in each one of those cucumbers? Do you guys see the infinite, right? So that's just planting one seed. That's planting one. That's tithing just one back. So what happens when we tithe 10 back to the ground? We put 10 cucumber seeds out in our garden. We have 10 plants now. Now how many multiplied, right? So now not only are you're definitely, right? You're going to fully be fed, but you're now tithing again back to spirit to your abundance. Now look at literally instantly the abundance, prosperity, abundance that arrives. That's the magic in understanding tithing, really. It really, really is. And I'm a big believer that this body, this energy system is our first gift. This was our first gift from the Great Spirit. We would not be here having this experience without this body. There's many of us around having an experience without a physical body. We talk to them, we visit with them, our ancestors, our guides, right? We know they're around still. We know, but they're not having the same experience anymore. Theirs is different now, which is okay. It's all good, right? But this is a gift. This is our gift right here in this time. And it is so important when we talk about tithing that we start right here, that we make sure it's being nourished. The thing about a garden, right? You have to nourish it as well. You have to go out and you have to water it. You have to, not only can you can't just plant the seed and let it be. No, you got to go tend to it, right? You got to you don't go out and tell it how to do it. You support it. You give it support, right? You make sure it's getting nourishment. You make sure the soil is good and rich and taken care of and rototilled and loved, right? We send the positive energy. We take care of it. We have to do that with this. So how fitting with this series? How fitting to really look at tithing and look at how you're being fed. Look at how you mind, body, and spirit all across the board. And really understand, right? Like, what a bummer to get a gift from God. God come hand you a toy. God handed you right now a brand new, wrapped with a bow, little box toy. Here you go. Figure this out. Check this out. This is all for you to play with here in this realm in this time. And then we open it up. Yeah, okay, that's cool. But what about over there? What about what they got? That's cool, God. That's cool. But I like that over there. And we don't even stop to take the time to really experience what we were gifted. Kind of seems silly to me, right? So Kelly Jones says, I have a huge feeling learning the chakras for me is going to be very painful. You know what, sweetie? I hope it is. And I mean that with love. I really do. I hope it is, and I mean it with love, because I believe that pain is one of the biggest gifts we get. It really is. It's a beautiful gift when we experience it, which I know you're doing. You're doing the work. You're figuring that out, right? When we go into it and use it as the tool it is, rather than try to come away. Because if it's going to create that, that means it's creating a conscious shift in you. That means it's bringing attention. The reason we experience pain is because there's attention that's needed in that area. Our body's talking to us. Our energy field's talking to us. Our higher selves are talking to us. So with love, I do hope you do experience it, because I know every one of you here, all of us have the strength and the power and the will and the drive and the know-how to connect and face this and light up and make the shift so that we can come in balance, so that we walk through that pain. And just like childbirth, any mama bears out there, right? When we give birth, it's amazing how quickly, holding that beautiful little being in our arms, the pain just is gone. All of a sudden, right? Once we've birthed and it's over, it's like, whew, man, that was worth it. Absolutely. I mean, if it wasn't right, no mother would have more than one child. Promise you that. I promise you, right? There wouldn't be a mom in the world that would have more than one if we didn't have that happen. The pleasure after the pain. And then here's the kicker. The beautiful thing is, once we really come into balance and we learn our energy systems and how to move through that, we start to understand that we don't have to experience the pain anymore, because we're now in balance. We understand it before it gets to that point. We're able to catch this stuff before it goes there. That's my ultimate goal, right? That's, for me, that is my ultimate goal. So it's all good. Don't be. No fear. That's a root chakra. That's like, look at that. That is a root chakra. You say that, even now I'm really scared, right? That really is. I mean, I know you're kind of joking and not joking, but that is a clue for you, hun. It's a clue that, like, literally, that is the root chakra response right there, what we're talking about. You can do it. You've got the courage and the strength. I know you can face this. And I'm here for anybody. FYI, guys, as we are going through this course, okay, when we're talking about these, message me. You know, I can do a Reiki session with you guys. I'm going to be running a special on getting into this and helping you guys, assist you guys through this. So you don't have to do this on your own, right? You don't. That's why there are people who can help go in and help out a little bit with this along the journey, right? But even if you don't want to do a full-on Reiki session, just know that I'm available for you. If you just need to chat, if you need just a little help and like getting along, whatever it is, just whatever it is, know that I'm available. Message me. TikTok, I do my best to check out the TikTok, but you're probably going to do better if you get a hold of me over on um, Facebook, because I get the notifications right away on that. So come over, like, follow the Facebook page over there. But for reals, guys, I am available to help you guys in any form. You're not by yourself going through this. Okay. You're not. We're all connected. It's the roots. We're all connected at the roots. So as we help each other heal, we're all healing. Right. So it's all good. We really are going to go into the mind part because we're 15 minutes in and I'm going to go over if I don't get myself a moving. So I like to share with you guys part of the spiritual practice. We're talking about tithing. I haven't even gone here yet this morning. I love the way this kind of works out. Recently, I haven't been able to read it ahead, but it's always in divine timing. So we'll see. We'll see today how it falls into alignment with what we're talking about. But this is a Guide for Spiritual Living, the Science of Mind magazine that I like to share. It is scienceofmind.com. If you would like to get your own subscription, it's only $5 a month. It is the best bang for your buck, in my opinion, out there. When we talk about these tools, it's important to have these kind of tools. It's important we look at we're talking about patterns, really our thought patterns, right? Talk about the roots. It's really important to look at our thought patterns. Did we pick up some of these fears, and are these embedded into these thoughts that we have, that when we start to change our thoughts, we can release these fears, right? Just like the thought, oh, I'm scared now. Well, we can shift that a little bit. We can literally take even just that comment with our words and our thought process and start to make the shifts already right now by saying, I'm excited to face this challenge. From I'm scared now to I'm excited to face the challenge. It's a challenge, or whatever works for you. But for me, I feel the shift in from the fear to love. What does it look like for spirit, for great spirit, for God, source energy, whatever that looks like to you? You all know there's something out there, whatever resonates with you. What does that look like through spirit's eyes? From the loving eyes, not from the fear. Because there's nothing to fear. You're going to come into balance. You're facing these challenges, right? So I know I've got the courage to face these challenges. I'm excited to face these challenges, things like that. Okay. So changing our thought, we can change our whole lives. To quote Wayne Dyer, change your thinking, change your life. This way. Okay. I am stuck with the suggestion to work with your relationship with your mother. Yep, once you get that one cleared, it's easier to do the rest. Ha ha ha. Like any of it is. You guys, our mother is our first relationship on this planet. Let's just get real. Like whether and it is, it is. And guess what? So hopefully this will help everybody take a little bit of sting out of it. Everybody's got mommy issues. I promise you. Everybody has some form of connection of, and I don't want to say issues, but like right, we all have that relationship that has been formed, like going back to that, whether it was good or bad, the connection, some of us do have really wonderful, amazing connections right out the source and so I don't want to say issues per se, right? But there's clues there that you can look at because that was your very first. So all of us have mommy clues. That would be the better way to put it. All of us have mommy clues. All of us. All of us. Because that was where we started. That's where our roots took root. Within our mom, right? Where did our nourishment, our very first source of nourishment from this planet come from? Mama bear. So all the emotions she was experiencing, all the nourishment, all the foods, all the everything, right? That's our very, very first relationship. So when we look at it that way, like none of us got here without a mom. We all have a mom. We all started with that. So You're not alone. You're not alone is where I'm getting with it. You're not alone looking at this, being able to face these, look at these things. And when we can look at it just as that, not from judgment, but as sacred life and understanding the pattern. When we step back and we look for patterns, we're looking for sacred patterns, journeys, clues. It's a different view than coming and looking at it from a judgmental, just trying to judge the situation. We're not judging anything. We just want the clues. You can do it. Yes, you can. We'll talk after. I know you can do this. You can. And here's the kicker. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to do this work. It's up to you. Like, it's totally up to you. But if you would like to feel balance, if you're experiencing any of those symptoms of not balanced and you would like to feel balanced, then that's where it's going to come in. That's where it's going to come in. So let's see what the food for thought today is, because I'm definitely going over, but it's such good stuff. I can't help myself. Thank you for sharing that, Miss Karen, right? And I know Miss Karen, my beautiful sister, Miss Karen, she has been doing the work. She is one of my mentors. She is one of my gurus that I look up to, honestly, you guys. And she's been doing this work she just shared. So I'm going to share since you were willing to share. She's 80 years old, and she's been doing this work her whole life. Her whole life. She's been doing this work, and she still continues to do this work. So, again, like where there's layers and layers and layers and layers, we always have more to understand if we're willing to be open and start to understand ourselves. So, all right, guys, let's move into, let's see. How this will correlate. We're talking about tithing as the spiritual law today. We're talking about getting to know ourselves, tithing to ourselves, right? Really connecting. I love just from the beginning, abundance as a way of life. Seems like it's probably in alignment with what we're talking about today, but we'll see. Let's just check it out. So guys, if you're new, this is, like I said, Science of Mind magazine. There's always 2 quotes from 2 different mystics, philosophers, and then a short little paragraph from usually a different minister or a Science of Mind practitioner, and an affirmation that we share each day with each other. So this is our little food for thought. Our first quote comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of my absolute favorites. A man is what he thinks about all day long. I'm going to repeat that one. A man is what he thinks about all day long. Our second quote today is from Ernest Holmes, out of The Science of Mind. We should interpret the will of God to be everything that expresses life without hurt. Circles of life, the cycles of life, understanding, right? Prosperity is a choice. As Eric Butterworth wrote, prosperity is a way of living and thinking, and not just money or things. Poverty is a way of living and thinking, and not just a lack of money or things. In other words, abundance is a state of mind. Abundance is all around us. We just need to turn into it. We experience it when we open to it. Michael Bernard Beckwith tells us there is more than enough to go around. He writes, if you believe it, if you can see it, if you act from it, it will show up for you. What we possess in consciousness will show up in our lives. Boom, you guys. Wow. Joel Goldsmith said, the day after day, we face the same question. What have we? The answer he puts forth is we have all that God has, because we are one with Spirit. So we don't need to look to the world for our good, but rather We must look within. And we all need to do this. Let all of God's abundance flow to us and through us. What more could we ask for? Mic drop. Boom. Hi, Julie. Welcome. And I guess Earth should be called the onion planet since it's all the people have layers. You know, if you look at the Earth, Teddy, I love you bring that up. That's a great point. But really, look at the Earth. It does have layers. Look at the layers. We know the different layers of the planet. The planet chakras. Talk about that. One thing that helps is to take a piece of paper, big one or lots of them, and with crayons scribble and feel the feelings as you do this. Then do the crying, the screaming, the writing, the drawing, or tell your story, just to yourself to begin with. And yes, Jamaica's right, you can do it. Just be gentle and take one tiny baby step at a time. Exactly. Be gentle. You guys, we didn't get here overnight. It's taken us many journeys, many lifetimes. Brother Bear Yona, Native Prince, this morning he shared amazing little video clip of the 70s. Well, from this, let me rephrase. Starting dating back like the 70s and then coming forward like into the 80s and the early 90s, maybe with just different commercials, different toys that were out there, different things like that. And I was just in awe, like watching toys, even like the toy that I had that he brought up was like the animals. Remember the circle? There was a circle and there was a triangle in the circle, right? Just saying our root chakra too, by the way, hint, hint, right? Circle. There's a triangle in the circle. You would point the triangle to the animal and you'd pull the little thing and it would talk to you. Or you'd pull the string. Some of them have the string on it. You'd pull and it would tell you, the cow in the farmer's barn goes moo, and things like that, right? Remember that? That was like our first electronical, like our first high-tech toys and stuff, right? So it was just really cool to see how through time, how change, come through, and we've seen and experienced so much. It's just amazing. The See and Say. That's it. Thank you, Teddy. I was trying to remember the name of it. The See and Say. The See and Say. Yes. So there's lots of layers. Absolutely. All right, guys. So our affirmation for the day. Here we go. Because we're moving into our cards because we're going to run out of time. I relax into the beauty of knowing I am one with spirit. I simply invite all the good of the universe to flow through me as I become a vessel for all that spirit has to offer me. I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to make sure I post that on the Facebook page as well. I'll do my best actually to post it over here on TikTok too. You guys, if you're having difficulty in the root chakra, I'm not calling anybody out, I'm just saying, if anybody's having trouble with this and wanting an affirmation, right? Sometimes we have to just be willing to be willing to be willing in order to face some of the fears, right? So this is a great affirmation to say out loud, hint, 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 to yourself, to the universe, to help you shift into where do you need to shine the light? Maybe not worry so much about if you can do it, but just let spirit bring to you slowly that in which you can reveal rather than you seeking or searching. I relax into the beauty of knowing I am one with spirit. I simply invite all the good of the universe to flow through me as I become a vessel for all that spirit has to offer. Let spirit reveal it to you, you guys. We can do this gently. We don't have to make it painful. We really don't. That's our old belief system that that these things have to be. Not that moving through the pain, not that we won't experience any of it, but how we experience it, we can choose, right? We can choose gentle. Spirit's always gentle and loving and kind. So we might have to release some of this emotion. We might have to experience it to shift, to recognize. But right? Let it just flow to you, and it'll be gentle and so much easier than you can even imagine. And the reward at the end will be so much greater than you can even imagine. I promise you guys. I promise you. At least speaking from experience. I can only share my story and from experience. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Feel the fear and do it anyway. It's only through fear that we know our courage. Amen, sister. Amen, Karen. Absolutely, right? Through facing the fears that we get to really, like, right? And think about that. I love you brought that up. I know we're going over, but I can't help it. I've got to share about that. Like, really think about that. If we didn't have challenges to face, how would we ever know our courage? How would we ever know our strength? How would we ever know our power? How would we really ever know who we are, see ourselves for who we are, if we weren't able to have these challenges? They serve a purpose, beautiful purpose, because they give us the opportunity, just like Miss Karen. And I love you said courage. I'm getting ready to share, and the kids come in because they're all going back to school. And that's the word that was coming to me today, was courage. And then I pulled the cougar card that talked about having courage. So, right, without these situations, though, we wouldn't have an opportunity to show our courage, to experience. So when we get to experience the pain, we also get to experience, there's a reward, courage. We get to experience strength. We get to gain knowledge. Look at all the rewards opposite of that. Pretty amazing. Okay, guys, we're moving into cards. We are doing this. We are doing this. We're talking about tithing. Where are my cards today? What cards want to come out? Hold on. I got to get my... There they are. All right. Abundance as a way of life was the theme for our food for thought. Angels of Abundance deck would like to come out, and moving into our spiritual mind, body, and spirit. Let's see what spirit again has for us for tithing. What is it about tithing that would help us to elevate, to shift, to come into a greater understanding of the universal laws of prosperity? Mike is always here, right, Teddy? You know it. I love the support in this family. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys are so amazing the way you guys come together every morning over here at Facebook. They're just supporting each other, sending all these positive vibes. You got this. You can do this work. You know, it's like a cheerleading squad. I love it. That's the way this works, you guys. That's the way this works. That's I love this world. Okay. What do the angels have for us today? Angels of Abundance. I'm only a few minutes over, so really, we're talking about tithing, right? We're talking about tithing to this mind, body, and spirit. We start even just with tithing our time to ourselves, 2.4 hours out of the day, right? That's really not that much, really. Well, I thought it was you guys. What's happening? Nope, there it is. Okay. I love it, you guys. We can't make this up. I love the way Great Spirit always just finds a way to pull this together. Universe is always divinely conspiring to bring us to a place, space, and time where we can receive information at every second of our day, whether we are aware of it or not, is the question. Are we open to receiving? Are we open to seeing? Look at how a whole hour, over an hour, everything comes into alignment along with the same messages, but a little bit different, so that because we are our unique selves, Spirit is reaching out in unique ways to reach each of us so that we can grasp what will help us if we're open. Dreams of abundance, right? Minding our thoughts, getting deep to these roots, understanding. Uh, and you guys, this I really feel, I want you to see this angel. I want you to see how she's resting. Okay. So she's got the angels back here looking over her, an abundance of energetic flow, of energetic love, of angelic love supporting her. This is our call, you guys, to go within and do the meditation work. This is where we're receiving our information, our downloads. This is where we get into that universal abundant flow and we allow Spirit to bring to us that which can be revealed. Because when we reveal, we heal. This is so important. This card is also letting us know that in our dream state, not just in meditative state, but even in our dream state, this is where we connect with Spirit and get recharged. We get downloads, we get information that is important and vital to us right now. So we're talking about tithing and dreaming and meditation and rest. Spirit is saying, right? What did I just say? Before I even pulled the cards, 2.4 hours, right? When we look at tithing to ourselves, part of tithing to this vessel is making sure that it's getting proper nutrition, proper nourishment to ourselves first. Part of proper nourishment is proper rest. Proper rest. Now, can we put a label? Oh, everybody needs 8 hours of sleep. That's it. Slap a label on you. 8 hours. Moving forward. If you're not getting that, you're not proper. If you're getting too much, too little, not proper. That's the world's belief system, right? That's the outside little influences. But the reality is, right, because what do we know as we're learning our body system? We're all unique and individuals. We're all very unique. We all require different forms, different amounts of nutrition. Some of us might only require 5 hours of sleep, and we are on point, in balance, because we know, right? We feel good. We're moving through life. Things are good. Some of us need 8. Some of us need 10. But some of us, if you're one that needs the 10 hours sleep, right? Oh God, that's a judgment from the world. There's a judgment coming on us because that's not about, you're not normal, or only 5. That's not normal. 8 is what's normal. So if you're not getting 8, something must be wrong. Do you see why it's important for us to know our energies? Because nobody can tell us what that number is. Only you know. Only you know. And this is an important time because when you're getting proper rest, you're getting the information, the recharge that you need. And in case you weren't clear on that, for those in the back that need just a little more, pay yourself first. We're talking about tithing, right? Back to again, I can't say it how many times, my belief, my core belief, my understanding with working with Spirit and tithing is it is our ability to gift back to Spirit where we are being fed. Mind, body, spirit. Period. Doesn't matter. Everything that comes through us, 10% of that tithes back to a place, space, or time that is nourishingly feeding us, nourishing us, okay? Pay yourself first. This is why it's so important. our temple. This is our temple. This is our first gift. We have to give the best of the best that we have. This means self-love first. This means healthy foods first. This means proper rest first. This means understanding our energy system first. This means taking time for our emotions first. What? Especially what? Do what? You guys heard the saying, right? If you're on an airplane, if the oxygen mask drops, you must put on your own mask first. And then you can assist others. Without your own oxygen mask first, guess what? You're now just somebody else in need of help. This is a collective read for anybody that's here right now. Anybody that's here listening to this, that's been drawn here, this is for you. That's the way this works. The universe is divinely conspiring at every single minute to bring us the message that will help us. So, guys, pay yourself first. Make yourself the most important financial obligation, setting aside portions of your income from every pay period. This is a loving form. And I'm going to say not only financial, right, but setting aside time for all forms that we just talked about. This isn't just financial. It is talking, definitely. Financials are in there, but it's everything that comes through us. Really understand paying us first. This is a loving form of self-care. And it ensures, right? Okay, again, let's go back to the tithing. It ensures you're investing in your future. If we don't pay this first, what happens without this? What happens without this body? Oh, that's right. No future. Not in this vessel. No human experience in this vessel. So it's pretty important that we pay ourselves first, that we understand how to do that. And we do that by understanding our energy and who we are. And using these tools. I love it. Oh, I love the way this all comes together. Okay, Miss Karen. No, you are not going anywhere. Okay, Karen. Oh, no, goodness. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much. I really need to. Okay, you guys are just chatting. Okay. I love it. These sisters are over here chatting with each other, helping each other out with this. I love it. I love the way this works. Thank you guys for being you. Thank you, every single one of you, for being you. Thank you for being here, for sharing your energy, just popping in. Even if you just came by for a second, you're in and out. Our paths have crossed. Our energies have connected. And it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. It's so divine. It is the magic of the universe. And I am so grateful. I am so grateful because I know we might not ever see each other again. We might see each other. I don't know. So, right, this goes out. But I know that there's that in time, there was a reason, a reason, a divine, universal reason that our paths crossed. We're now part of that tapestry. Every second in our life, right, we're creating a new little thread, connection in the tapestry of the universe, the tapestry of life. And I'm grateful for every one of you. I am so grateful. I really, from my heart, love each of you for who you are. For who you are. It is my greatest wish on this planet that every single one of you see how amazing you are. See the beautiful gift that you are here in this planet. Sending you guys so much love and light. Hello, Tiffany. Just in time, we're getting ready to log off, but it will be available on the rebroadcast. We went just a little bit over today, you guys, but I'm passionate. When I'm passionate, I can't help it. I love this stuff. There's so much to teach you guys. And again, we're just barely touching the surface on this. This is going to be an 8-week class that I'm putting together It'll be available where we're going to come together once a week in a Zoom room and really get into this information and get deeper. This is kind of surface. So just stay tuned. Watch for that, guys. And remember, I am available. I'm totally available. If anybody needs any help along the way, just message me. Message me and we will chat. Okay? Sending lots of love and light to you guys. I will see you back here tomorrow. We're going to dig into the tools tomorrow. We're going to start getting into these different tools, different things that we can do to, now that we've discovered that perhaps we may not be feeling as balanced as we thought in this world. What are we going to do about it? How are we going to start to use some of these tools to gently bring ourselves into balance? Because it doesn't have to be as painful as we really, it doesn't have to be painful. We can do this gently and easy, like yin yoga. We can talk some more about that, right? Gentle. Can I have a burger and some fries when Tiffany and Coke? Oh, I love it, Tiffany. That's great, Teddy. You guys are great. Thank you for listening. That's so great. I love it. While you're out and about, I hope that we're able to put a smile on your face, and I love it. Thank you for listening while you're out working. Be safe out there. Be safe, okay? All right, guys. Mucho, mucho love and light. Like I said, I do have Reiki sessions available. If you would like a Reiki session, just message me. We can get you hooked up with that. I am going to have my space, and not only remote, but you can even come see me in my office space starting September 1st for a Reiki session. But the beautiful thing about Reiki energy, learning our energy systems, is we can do it remote. I can do a remote session with you guys. I can connect to your energy fields. We can go through and do a clearing, cleansing, and a reactivating. Yes, these do sometimes stir up some of this stuff and get some of this. It gets the ball rolling for you. It's not doing the work per se for you, but it's helping to bring flow through your energy so that you can, work through this stuff. It's really great cleansing. It feels good. It's very relaxing. It's one of the most tranquil, relaxing experiences I've ever had. Kind of tickles, I think it feels like little tickles in my energy system when I'm getting energy work done, and it's pretty amazing. It's not like a regular massage, where you're feeling the physical touch. It's touching in that energy fields, and it's pretty remarkable when we I don't know, it's magical. It's just very, very magical. So message me if you would like to set up a session for that, and I'd be happy to work with you guys. Again, just message me though if you just need any support or help through this or have any questions. I'm here for you guys. I am available to you anytime as is Jamaica. Absolutely. Yes. Miss Kelly, you guys should become friends on here too. Like I said, Karen is one of my most trusted mentors. She's a very dear friend of mine, but she's also somebody I 100% look up to. I have learned so much through her. And yeah, she's a beautiful soul. So, all right, guys, lots of love and light. See you back here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to get into those tools. We're going to talk more about our roots, and we're going to see what Spirit has to give us about forgiveness. We're going to get in there, forgiveness, talk about, getting into the roots, get to the root of the problem. Every time we have a wonkiness, I guarantee you there's forgiveness work attached to the wonkiness in our energy field, either for the person, place, thing, and always ourselves. Ourselves is always included. Might need to add somebody else to the group, but promise you, whenever there's a wonkiness in our energy field, it's a forgiveness we need to have within here too. And it can go crazy back. So forgiveness is a big, wonderful tool. Big, wonderful tool. All right. I love you guys so very much. I will see you back here tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Lots of love and light to you. Check out these wonderful affirmations as we head out.